Good afternoon, Craig. I'm sure you'll agree, difficult conditions for all. How do you think the new additions to the squad fared up against the top side in Kings Lynn?
A bit mixed today. First half, I'll be honest, at half time I'm thinking, God, we've got work to do getting ready for the season. And the second half I thought was fantastic. Started the half well, we tweaked it, changed it around, but we had players getting on the ball. But we played really, really well. They scored an early goal, but what was really pleasing was how we responded to that and created chances which we didn't look like scoring in the first half. And maybe should have, not that it matters, got a result out of it. But the most pleasing thing was the second half performance was excellent.
Agreed. It's definitely a game of two halves. But Isaiah Noel Williams had himself a great game, amongst others. So was there anyone else that stood out to yourself and James on the sideline?
I mean, yeah, there is. I'd say there is, but I don't like to necessarily
don't like to sing it out.
No. But I thought the three lads that come in the middle of the park, Nathaniel, Zubair and Emmett, they changed the dynamics of the game because they started getting on the ball. We started getting in areas where we could pass it, and I think it made it easier for everyone. So, yeah, I mean, I suppose if I'm going to single out praise, it would have been for them three, because I thought that was the impact they made in changing the game.
Okay, we have another friendly on Monday away at Hullbridge Sports. What would be your approach to that one so soon after today's game?
Well, it's the last opportunity really to really look at players, give players minutes who need them. There's a couple of boys away today that will play. It's another opportunity for boys to come through. And to be fair, a few, like I say, Nathaniel and Emmett did very well against Sutton in the week. Got their opportunity today against obviously far better opposition, and did very, very well for themselves and for us. So yeah, that was pleasing. If
anything is to go by from last season, it's hard to get a team rocking and rolling with so many new faces early on in the season. How do you think the Mighty Ambers will fare being back in the Isthmian Premier?
Well, I think it's the toughest Isthmian Premier I've ever seen, with the teams. And we got a tough opening. We're away at Hastings, who a lot of people fancy, and then obviously Billericay are probably favourites. So, but you look through the division, and it's very difficult to say games you would have chosen. And you've got to play them all. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think tough season. I don't think anyone's going to run away with it. And what we do, we tend to surprise people year on year out. So we'll look to do that again. And today is give us a base. Our biggest obstacle will be we've got another 4 weeks to really sort of mould the team how we want it, how we want to play. As I said in the week, they're ahead of where we want to be. But there was a lot of things today that you think that wouldn't happen if we was a little bit further down the line. So it's how quick we can utilise what we want to bring into the side and add to it, and how quick the boys respond. But yeah, it was a lot of pleasing signs today, and even from half to half, how we changed and how we adapted, and the things that we because we were getting hammered really in the first half.
Sure.
And what we did to change it, they took on board. If we'd have come off here and I don't care if it had been 1-0, 4-0, 5-0, we'd have come off in the second half was as poor as the first half. You think we've got a lot of work to do here. But what was really pleasing was like I say, the improvement in the second half. So they showed that they're receptive and they can take things on board. So they were good signs. But it's all early days at the moment.
Certainly encouraging for the season to come. Thanks for your time, Craigie. We'll be speaking to you soon.
Thanks, guys.